Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and today I wanted to talk to you about why I believe that everybody, and I do mean everyone, not just silver stackers, should have at least a little bit of constitutional 90% silver either in their stack or set aside for a rainy day for those who don't stack silver. Now really quick before we get into the video, I do want to remind you that I am almost at 50,000 subscribers, and to celebrate when we get there, we will be giving away 50 90% silver-proof quarters, one to each of 50 different subscribers as a thank you for supporting the channel. So if you are interested in checking out that giveaway, there will be a link in the description below. Go down and click it, and also don't forget to hit subscribe on your way down. Now let's get into the video. Now, when it comes to silver stacking, everyone seems to have a favorite type of silver to stack. Some prefer to stack things like heavy silver bars, like 10-ounce bars like this one, 100-ounce bars, and they even like to buy in bulk if possible, because a lot of the times you can get a discount if you buy in bulk. Now, some prefer to stack things like silver eagles and silver maples and other government-issued silver bullion that carries like a higher premium, but is also more recognizable. That premium being how much you pay over spot, by the way, if you weren't sure what I meant by that. Now, I myself like to stack and collect, so I love to stack silver coins and rounds with cool designs and beautiful art. You know, I've shown many of those off on the channel, so I think if you watch this channel, you probably know what I mean. But no matter what kind of silver you like to stack or not stack, you should always have a little bit of 90% silver constitutional to go with it. Now, there's a reason that I say this, and that's because I believe that constitutional silver, more than any other type of silver out there, more than the beautiful designs that I like to stack myself, is better at checking all 5 of the check boxes to confirm the properties of real money. In other words, I believe that 90% silver is better at qualifying as real money more than any other type of silver out there. Now, if you're wondering what I mean by that, let me explain to you the 5 properties of what I believe that money are. Money should be divisible. In other words, it should have the ability to easily break down into smaller units to accommodate for different sized purchases. Money must have portability, and what I mean by that is it must be small and easy enough to move around with you so you can make those transactions. Money must be somewhat scarce, and I don't mean so scarce that it's impossible for anybody to get any, but also it shouldn't be so common that you can just turn on a printer and create $3.5 trillion of it because you feel like it. Money should be recognizable. You can also call this acceptability, but money should be recognizable enough that it's easily identifiable by those you are wanting to do transactions with. And then finally, money should have durability. It should be durable enough to withstand repeated usage over time while remaining functional. So let me tell you why 90% silver actually fits into all 5 of these categories and does so very well. And we'll start with divisibility. So when it comes to divisibility, 90% really fits this very well, and that's because 90% silver, the dimes, quarters, and half dollars, 1964 and before, they all have a uniform mixture of silver and a uniform weight based on their face value. And what I mean by that is you could take 2 of these silver half dollars, and they have the exact same amount of silver as 10 silver dimes or 4 silver quarters. In other words, it divides up perfectly. If you have 10 silver dimes, it's the same as having 2 halves or 4 quarters when it comes to the amount of silver that you have when you melt it down. And that number is 0.715 troy ounces of pure silver per dollar face value. This makes it very, very easy for you to divide and use it just like you do change when you go to a gas station and you need a quarter or a dime or a nickel to make up your exact change. It's actually brilliant the way that 90% silver was designed this way, because even today it works as real money for that reason. That is, of course, assuming that you believe that silver is real money like I do. Next up, let's talk about portability. So this category right here is probably one of the 5 categories where silver, while it does fit, it doesn't fit quite as well as it does the other 4. And that's because, let's be honest, silver is heavy. Now, of course, a silver quarter, like I've explained in other videos, can be exchanged for 1 gallon of gas, but let's say you need to fill your gas tank, that's going to be 14 silver quarters or 15 or more if you have a bigger vehicle. And it goes for even more when you go to groceries and get other things that cost even more money. Eventually, that silver does weigh quite a bit. Imagine having to go to the grocery store, and when you pay for all of your groceries, you do it with pocket change instead of dollar bills. That being said, it is still light enough that it can be moved around. And if you have a bunch of 90%, you just put it in, big bags, or you can put them in tubes to keep them separate. Whatever you do, it is definitely still portable. Now, the next property we want to look at is scarcity. If you remember earlier, I said that money should be scarce enough that it maintains value, but at the same time, it shouldn't be so scarce that nobody can get their hands on it. 90% silver fits into this category perfectly because it's not minted anymore, but at the same time, there is tons of it still out there. And what do I mean by that? Well, there are plenty of dimes, quarters, and half dollars that were minted all the way up through 1964 in the US, which gives plenty of opportunity for people to barter with and move around 90% silver. That being said, it will also never be made again, so you don't have to worry about it being produced en masse, and additionally, it is made with silver, which, as we know, is a finite resource, a precious metal that is used in industry. In other words, it is being consumed, and while there is still plenty in the ground to be mined, it is still definitely a finite resource that we can't just create out of thin air. Now, next up is recognizability, and you can also call this acceptability. In fact, in a previous video I did on this topic about 3 years ago, that's actually what I called it, but it really means the same thing. Your money should be recognizable to the people that are around you that you plan to do transactions with. In the United States, at least, I don't know about other countries, but here in the United States, where most of my audience are, everyone recognizes dimes, quarters, and half dollars. In fact, if I were to even go to, let's say, a gas station today and I wanted to spend my Benjamin Franklin half dollars on a soda, I probably wouldn't have any trouble doing so. And of course, I'm not recommending that you try that. It wouldn't be a good idea. And if they do accept that, then you just paid way too much for your soda. But the point is that most people recognize U.S. currency in the U.S. And most people also know that U.S. currency 1964 and before did contain real silver. And for those reasons, it definitely fits into that recognizability category, or acceptability if you want to call it that. And then the final category is durability. Remember I said that money should be durable enough to withstand repeated usage over time while remaining functional. 90% definitely fits into this category because it is made of 90% silver and 10% copper, and it takes a very, very long time for it to wear down. In other words, a common silver coin can be used in thousands and thousands of transactions before it wears down so much that it's not recognizable. So it definitely fits into not only the durability category, like I just mentioned, but recognizability, scarcity, portability, and divisibility. And for those reasons, that's why I believe 90% silver is far and away one of the best silvers to stack, and you should absolutely have some in your stack if you don't have some yet. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying that you shouldn't also stack other things. You know, things like this kilo bar right here in front of me can be used for larger transactions, and it's a little bit easier to store as it's a pure metal and it's in a big flat bar. You can stack these up, and it actually takes up less room than 90% silver does. The same goes for 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars, and even tubes of 1-ounce silver rounds like this one right here in front of me. But you should also have that mixed around with a little bit of 90%. At least that's what I think. Of course, that's my opinion and my opinion alone. You should, of course, form your own. So make sure you do your own research and decide what you want to do or if you want to stack silver at all. But today I just wanted to share with you my thoughts. So if you liked what I said, or if you liked this video at all, do me a favor, don't forget to go down below and make sure you are subscribed. Hit that like button, it helps YouTube recommend this video to others. And outside of that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and you have a fantastic rest of your day. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did leave a video above you can check out if you haven't seen it yet. I also want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to my awesome channel supporters scrolling right there on the right hand of the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.